Hi everyone, and welcome to today's Daily Outlook. In today's Daily Outlook, I'm going to be discussing some of the major currency pairs alongside the DXY. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. So to begin with, as per usual, the DXY. What can we see and what can we expect? Well, we're still situated in this clear uptrend structure, making higher lows and higher highs. I'm currently waiting for this ascending trendline to break and then to see a pullback towards my major trendline over here, which connects the higher lows. Where are we going to see a pullback from? Well, I'm currently waiting for either a double top at the 93.437 level, either a rejection from the 618 Fibonacci extension level, or a rejection from my potential reversal area. So these are the three situations for which I'm looking for a potential reversal. Once that happens, we're potentially going to see a pullback towards the trend line, from which I either expect longs to be able to be taken, or we're going to see a break of the trend line, retest of the trend line, and then finally some further downside continuation, which would be in line with the higher time frame trend. Let's head over to AUDCAD, because AUDCAD has been playing out beautifully. As we can see, obvious downtrend structure, lower highs, lower lows, and we're currently creating a new lower low. We broke this lower low and currently making a new potential lower low. So where is AUDCAD going to go next? Well, if we look back to the left, what can we see? Well, I can obviously see that I have a potential area of support over here. And yeah, this area of support aligns perfectly with the -27 level. So if you're in this AUDCAD trade, I would definitely look to take some partials at this -27 level. If we then were to draw on a Fibonacci, which would be in line with the -27 level, you can then see if we extend this trend line and look, okay, where is liquidity in the market? We can see it's over here. So then what can we expect next? Well, rejection from the -27 and from my potential reversal area, which was previous support, pullback, and then once again further downside continuation. This would be perfect since this would be to align with the trend line, with the 618, and with my potential reversal area. So yeah, that's AUDCAD for now. Beautiful trading if you're in it. Congratulations. Yeah, it was a beautiful trade. Once again, if we go back down to the lower time frame and we look what happened over there, we can really obviously see, if we just remove the other Fibonacci levels, that if you were to trade the trendline break retest back over here on the 30th of March, New York session, you would be able to take this beautiful 618 Fibonacci retracement level trade, which would have been a beautiful trendline break retest. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for on AUDCAD, potential pullback plays, back up towards the trend line, back up towards the 618, and back up to my liquidity area. Aussie Yen. Aussie Yen is pretty interesting. Why? Well, if we draw on our Fibonacci levels, we can see that we just completed the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement. We had this ascending structure with an ascending trend line. As we can see, we were making higher lows, and I'm drawing in and naming this an ascending structure, preferably above an ascending trend line, due to the fact that the higher lows and the higher highs are not that clear. As we can see, we have a higher high over here and a higher high over here, but yeah, these are also higher highs. So it's pretty hard to draw in a very obvious trend. So that's why I preferably would name this a structure trend line above a normal trend line. So what has just happened? Well, as we can see, we had the 618 Fibonacci retracement. We moved up perfectly to my liquidity area. I had a liquidity area over here, just above the 618. I was hoping for a spike into it. Well, it occurred. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So how can we now capitalize on the next move? Well, if we go back down to the lower time frame and have a look at the 1 hour, what is currently happening? Well, we can then draw in our trend line or structure line. It's more structure line in my opinion. We can then draw in our structure line, and then we can see, okay, we're currently breaking structure. As we can see, we had a potential high low over here, another high low over here. So we've broken both higher lows. So what can we expect next? Well, draw in our fib, then look for liquidity. So where is liquidity situated within this pair? Well, what we can then see is that liquidity aligns perfectly with the 618 Fibonacci level. So if we get a nice retracement back up to the 61.8, I'm definitely going to be looking for potential shorts on this pair. We could also see a little smaller retracement, which would be only to the 382 and to this potential liquidity area. So either a 382 short or a 618 short is what I'm going to be looking for on Aussie yen. With Aussie yen discussed, let's head over to pound dollar, because pound dollar is also moving pretty interesting. So as we can see, we made our 0.5 Fibonacci level retracement. However, we've still missed our third trendline touch. So what am I looking for on this pair? I'm still looking for pound dollar to push up just a little higher. It doesn't have to go all the way back up to 618, but at least take out this high over here. This high over here at 1.38468. That's what I'm looking for on this pair. Also, this would be in line with a beautiful third trendline touch, from where I would be very glad to then go short and take a short back down towards the -27 Fibonacci level. If we go to the lower time frame and look what's happening, we can see that pound dollar is just very messy. It's not clear, hence why I'm going to be waiting for cleaner price action. If we draw on our structure line, this was what I would be looking for. I'd be looking for a rejection now, more upside, back up, trendline retest, and then boom, third trendline touch, take out this high over here, take out all the liquidity that's above here, then break the trendline or structure line, and then boom, further downside continuation for nice shorts. So that's pound dollar for me. Let's have a look at New Zealand dollar. And New Zealand dollar, to be honest, has been moving pretty boring. Kind of the same as pound dollar, just ranging, to be honest, within these two levels between 0.70285 and the 0.69419 level. So as you guys knew, I was looking for a better pullback on this pair, back up to the 61.8 and the third trendline touch. However, yeah, New Zealand dollar isn't looking that good at the moment, not that interesting, because we're just really ranging over here. If we go back down to the 1 hour, what can we then see? Yeah, nothing really clear. I'm still waiting personally to see a nice push towards the upside. Maybe if we break structure over here, we could then see some more upside. Yeah, we definitely need to break out of this structure line. Boom, fly up towards the upside, back up towards where liquidity lies, which begins actually at the 618. Potentially, we could also retest the lows over here, which would be in line with the 0.5. Maybe this would be more logical, since we would then also retest the trend line. Because if we were to still retest the 618, we would definitely have a breakout of this trend line, which would kind of have, or would kind of cause maybe a switch in bias for a lot of traders. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting from price next. A nice impulse towards the upside, at least towards the 0.5, just to grab more liquidity before pushing further towards the downside. So last but not least, we're going to be discussing gold, and gold played out perfectly. As we can see, I had my two zones drawn in. If we go back down to the lower time frame and have a look at the 15, as per usual, I was mentioning that we had this structure line over here, and I was waiting for a breakout and a retest. Well, what we saw a breakout of the trend line, retest, boom, it absolutely flew. I personally also took this position, sadly got stopped out at break even due to this wick over here, but it is what it is, nothing to do about it, on to the next one. However, glad that the analysis played out. It was a perfect break of structure. Yeah, nothing bad to say about it. So what can we expect next from gold for now? Well, as we can see, we're currently situated in my reversal area, and we've just made a double top on the high over here. So we could see some potential more downside to mirror this move back down, grab some more liquidity before potentially moving up further. As we can see, we have this small structure line, which I can draw in over here. If you go just to lower time frame, let's have a look at the 5 minute. We can then say, okay, we have this structure line over here. Let's see a trend line break, retest, boom, further downside, just to grab more liquidity before potentially breaking this 4-hour zone that I drew in. If we look at the higher time frame, go back up to the daily, we can see we made a beautiful double bottom over here. If we zoom out even further, just remove the drawings, draw in our fibs, take the entire move into consideration. What do we then have? We have a perfect 61.8 Fibonacci retracement with a double bottom. So I'm currently looking for more upside on this pair. However, maybe some short-term bearishness today on this pair. Yeah, taking into consideration that we have this little structure line over here, made a double top, and we just might need some more liquidity before really pushing towards the upside. If we draw in our fib level, then we can see, okay, well, we might pull back down towards the 61.8, maybe spike into previous consolidation over here just to grab some extra liquidity before really flying towards the upside. So yeah, that was all for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you have any requests regarding any specific pairs that you would like me to analyze for you, just leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Thanks, guys.